The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Welcome once again to The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damn Thing, with industry professionals Mike P. McCarthy and James Knight, your horror podcast reviewers. Today's episode, Dead Calm and Dangerous Animal. Today I'm in Tarifa, Spain, just across the Strait of Gibraltar, across from Tangier. It's just like Tangier, only the food's better, and everyone's happy and smiling. It's kind of like going from Tatooine to, well, to paradise. Anyway, I'm headed back tomorrow. Wish me luck. Take it away, fellas.
Check out the flares on this color.
Oh, speaking of flares.
What?
We got a couple of flares.
We
Some
do.
groovy flares.
We do.
Tonight's movies.
Yeah. There's a lot of things these movies have in common.
What movies are you talking about?
I'm talking about 1989's Dead Calm and 2025's Dangerous Animals.
Dangerous Animals. And
Yeah.
Dead Calm. Dead Calm is a movie that I remember seeing back shortly after it came out. I have always loved this movie. I think this is one that really kind of flies under the radar, though, nowadays.
It completely flies under the radar. I saw it back when it first came out. You know, it was an early Nicole Kidman thing. And Sam Neill, also early in his stages. I mean, he had already done, Satan, essentially. Or the Antichrist, rather.
Yeah.
But, pre-Jurassic Park. So he hadn't hit the world yet as Sam Neill. Billy Zane, I think, was one of his first movies, too.
Yeah, I think he's in Back to the Future. I think he's one of the bullies in Back to the Future, and he might have been like, a tertiary character and something else. But certainly this was a breakout role for him, too.
And, this is a movie with 3 actors in it, basically.
Essentially.
Yeah. 3 actors
Who are all great in this one.
Yeah.
I totally dig this movie. Is this a horror movie, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a thriller.
It's certainly a thriller. I would argue that back in the day, I think people would make a stronger case that this is a horror movie. I think since 89, a lot of stuff has come out. Maybe people are a little bit more jaded. But watching it again, there are elements of this movie that are truly horrible. Beyond just the thriller stuff, there's some things in this movie that doesn't jive with just your regular run-of-the-mill thriller here.
Yeah.
Some effects, there's a little bit of gore, but certainly
Not a ton of stuff, but a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
It's most assuredly a thriller, right? And like you said, well done. And I don't know if you know this, but this is a book from the 60s.
Yes.
And Orson Welles tried to make this movie.
Yeah. I had no idea about all of that until I started looking into it this time. I guess the book was actually even a sequel, and they have made the first book is a French movie, which the name escapes me right now.
Yeah, it's probably might be the name, actually.
There's a story about Samuel's character, and he meets with Nicole Kidman, and she is trying to get him to make a deal with some gun runners, I think. I think that is actually what it's about. It's about how they meet, and then this book is a sequel to it. So
nice.
But
I know the book has them as newlyweds going on a cruise together on his sailboat.
But they changed the honeymoon aspect of this to something a bit more tragic, and I think a lot more effective.
I think so too.
This just in, as I understand it, here with a synopsis of Dead Calm is the drunk ghost of Orson Welles.
Did you need me to start?
Orson, you're on.
Ah! Deep. A film that taunted me. Siren's Call that both beckoned and betrayed. An adaptation of Charles Williams' novel Dead Calm. with Lawrence Harvey, Jean Moreau, and myself, Orson Welles, at the helm. Alas, the tides of fate conspired against us, and the project sank beneath the waves faster than an aging actor pushing wine.
Oh, we all loved Paul Masson, though. We all loved it, Orson. But
Paul Masson, French, lived in California. I don't know if you know. When I first saw the script, I thought, yes, chamber piece at sea, isolation, madness, and the swell of the ocean. Play written by God himself, and waves as scenery and gulls as a chorus. It was a cinematic odyssey, a maze of psychological tension. Lines between reality and madness blurred like a horizon on a stormy Wisconsin night outside Mrs. Buckley's pea farm in July.
Oh, Mrs. Buckley's pea farm.
Yes. Snow, July. The Jeep would have been my masterpiece, symphonies of shadow and light, testament to the human psyche's darkest recesses. Not some piece of overacted dreck like the dreadful Rear Window. Have you seen that picture?
Yeah, I have. It's a classic.
It's preposterous.
Mr.
Overacted. Preposterous. I've seen more tension in a rubber band held by a child. You know, people often come to me, eyes wide with terrible innocence, the hopeful, and they ask, Orson, why didn't you finish that column?
Well, why didn't you, sir?
As if the answer were tied up in some neat little anecdote involving a lost reel or a polite creative disagreement over tea. In the immortal words of French winemaker Paul Masson, we will sell no wine before it's time. But I'll offer this to you. I will finish no movie before it's groovy. Dead calm. Taken from me in my sleep. Created by Mad Max people. I guess it's fine. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's hear it for the drunk ghost of Mr. Orson Welles. And I urge anyone out there who is not familiar with the outtakes of Orson Welles' Paul Masson commercials to...
Paul Masson.
Pardon me, Mr. Welles, to look those up because they're quite entertaining. More pudding, Mr. Welles?
The French.
Oh. Yeah, Dead Calm, 1989, written by one of the writers of one of your favorite films, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Took the helm on Dead Calm. It's kind of amazing.
Don't make me bring the ghost of Orson Welles back to tell you how terrible Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome is.
Apocalyptic treacle. Testament to the depths of man's ignorance.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, one of the writers on that, which I think we both agree is kind of a terribly written movie, but this movie is tight. It is tight.
Yeah, it is.
From start to finish, although I guess the ending was changed a little bit after its initial release because test audiences were somewhat unsatisfied with the ambiguous ending that director Philip Noyce originally put on it.
Noyce.
So they gave it a little bit more flash and bang, some groovy flares. They went,
sure
yeah, in Zane's membrane.
In Zane's membranes. Shot Billy Zane in the brain.
But I've already said it. I really like this movie. I kind of love this movie. I would say this movie is probably one of my favorite thrillers.
No kidding.
Yeah. I just find it tightly written. I think the acting is terrific in it. Watching it again, because 95% of it takes place on these sailboats out in the vast open ocean, I really wish I could have seen this in the movie theater. You know, there's movies that come out nowadays, like action movies and things like that, and people are like, oh, you got to see that in the movie theater. And I suppose that is true for some of the big action movies. But for me, the most effective movies are the ones that have like a lot of space in them. Like seeing Alien in the movie theater, right? Because there's so much emptiness in that movie. And I think about, you remember The Descent?
Of course. I love The Descent.
Sure. Seeing that movie in the movie theater is 100 times better than seeing it like on a TV at your house. Because in the giant movie theater space, all that early stuff where they're spelunking in the cavern and you get one corner of light from one of the girls coming down, and in the expanse, not just the screen, but the expanse of the movie theater, it really felt immersive in a way. And watching Dead Calm, I was thinking, good God, to just see the small sailboat on the ocean and have the expanse of the screen in the movie theater, it'd be so much more affecting. I really wish that I could see this one on the big screen, because I'll bet it's even better. And like I said, I already think it's great. What do you think of it?
I think it's really good too. I think the pacing might be a little off here and there. I don't necessarily always agree with what the characters are doing. When it comes to her, I feel that sometimes she gives in a little easily to him or doesn't fight hard enough at times. It's like she's just so wrapped up in being scared. You know? Yeah.
It's interesting to me to hear that this was based on a book from the early 60s, I think is when the book was written, or something like that. Because I think you still see shades of that kind of woman in this movie. She is not...
Okay. You mean like a 60s?
Yeah. Like a little bit more subservient, a little bit more... hesitant to take an aggressive approach to things. This movie is kind of like her journey, most of all, like from sort of being a little bit weak and broken and sheltered to really taking charge of the situation. I do agree with you. There are times when you think, you should have tied him up a little tighter. You should have taken care of him right there. You should have, locked him in a little closet instead of leaving him in the middle of the room.
Beat him on the head with a frying pan or something once you've got him tied up, right?
Yeah, she spends more time, nailing down the hatches than she does actually making sure that this guy is no longer a threat. No, you're right. But like I said, knowing that this was based on a book that was written a while back... And seeing her, I don't think she's a bad character by any stretch of the imagination. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I think Nicole Kidman is great in this role. She's just...
I think she was 19 or 20.
Fragile. She's just fragile in this movie. Which is another reason why I think the tragic opening to this works to its favor. To say that this woman is broken in the beginning.
You want to tell us what the tragic opening is?
Well, it starts out actually in a train station on Christmas. It's in Australia. All the sailors are like returning home, and right away you meet Sam Neill's character, John. He's a captain. Some of the sailors are like, "Oh, Merry Christmas," or "Happy Christmas, Captain," and they're all going.
Or whatever they say in Australia.
Yeah, don't get bit by a giant spider, Captain.
Right.
Merry Christmas. Mate. Yeah. Don't get poisoned opening your gifts.
If you see a roo, knock him on his head.
Everybody's like reuniting with each other, and he's looking around. Obviously, he's not finding who he's looking for, and you see a couple of police give him the eyeball from the distance, and there's a great long shot of them getting together.
It's a weird moment where you're like, is he in trouble?
Yeah.
What did he do? Like the cop's here to pick him up because he's in trouble?
Definitely an uh-oh moment, right?
Yeah.
But this opening scene, and a lot of this movie, one of the other things I like about it is a little sparse in terms of dialogue. There's a lot of great extended sequences.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of talking, and maybe nowadays that's to its detriment. Like its pacing seems a little slow. I kind of dig it. And this whole opening scene, after he talks to the cops, then he's in the back seat of a car, rain-soaked windshield. He's just got a haunted look in his eyes. And then they cut to the hospital where a doctor is telling him, your wife was in an accident and your son didn't make it. And then the doctor's, he's like, also, you should know your son didn't die right away. He was definitely alive for about 20 minutes before he passed away.
This is something you should know.
Yes. He was thrown through the car into a nest of fire ants that slowly ate his body over the course of the next 20 minutes. But
they tried to put him out because the fire ants were actually made of fire. And a passerby came by to stomp out the fire, but found a child instead.
So they urinated all over his corpse to try and put the flames out. And the child was still alive during this, but eventually... why tell him this, doctor?
Yeah.
You could have just been like, the kid is dead and he died right away. He didn't feel a thing.
I think that's what you're supposed to say. Pretty easy. Yeah. I don't worry. It was fine. He kept crying out for you.
Yes.
Why weren't you there?
Yes.
Can you sign these forms, please?
Oh, tragic news. And they lead him into the room with his wife, Nicole Kidman. Again, 19 when she started this movie. And this is before she became some sort of like elven warlock. She made her pact after this movie, so she looks like a regular person in this movie.
Yeah.
She's all bruised up, and the doctors are like, oh, we need you to talk to her. And they're, opening her eyes. And
great eye dilation, by the way.
Yeah, he's saying, Ray, can you hear me? It's John. And then they flash back to her in the driver's seat singing Itsy Bitsy Spider with her kid. It's nighttime. It's raining.
Should it have been an Itsy Bitsy Spider, though, if it's Australia?
Yes, right. Yes. The giant fucking spider.
Sing it again,
crawled
Mummy.
up the didgeridoo. Out came its fangs and
blood the spider drew.
You're right. It shouldn't. They don't have itsy bitsy ones, do they? But the kid unbuckles himself. She's like, no, Danny, or whatever his name is, don't do that. And then a swerving car, a slick road, a head-on collision, and a toddler through the windshield. Yeah. I mean, how about that shot?
Maybe he held on it a little too long. You could have cut away and we would have gotten the same idea rather than like, the Superman dummy of the child flying through the air in slow motion, going through a safety glass window instead of a car windshield. Yeah.
Yeah, that car did not pass inspection.
No. They must have different inspection in
the
Australia.
Doctor said he would have survived if the windshield had been up to code. Instead, he was cut to ribbons before he landed in the pit of fire ants. And then it cuts to her waking up as this is all a nightmare on the sailboat. And this is the first, 4 minutes of the movie or something, and it is beautiful. It's seamless. To go from the train station, the sort of lack of dialogue, going through the hospital, you get all that exposition. I think it's handled so well. And then, bam, here we are. Just the two of them on a magnificent sailboat. 1,200 miles from the shore, they say. So they are out in the ocean. They are just trying to get away from it, to recover, to grieve privately, and to sort of get a hold of themselves before they get back to society. She's taken some sedatives, and he's like trying to get her to sort of lay off it. And like I said before, she's very kind of I would say a more traditional wife, where he's like, "No, honey, you know what I've said. I've said my piece. Like, put those sedatives away." Okay. She dutifully does what he says. Yeah, and it's not but a minute or two later when they're looking through the binoculars and they see another boat on the horizon. First boat they've seen in a month or something, they say.
Yeah. It is a fast-paced picture as far as like getting right into it. It isn't long before, there's that boat. What's going on? It looks like there's some kind of trouble. And then all of a sudden, there's a guy in a rowboat headed our way. Yeah.
Dinghy just zipping over the water, trying to get to him. And
you got to be careful zipping around your dinghy.
I know, especially in Australia. You don't know what's out there.
Careful with your franks and beans, mate, when you zip your dinghy up.
But, John's yelling at him as he's approaching, like, lay off, because he just comes crashing into the side of their
fucking
their
scratch
yacht.
my boat.
Yeah, man. It is a beautiful boat, but he smashes into the side of it. He scrambles up. This is Huey Warrener, played by Billy Zane, very young Billy Zane, who looks just completely frantic as he scrambles up there and instantly just goes below deck. Just,
yeah.
You know?
I don't know. If you're approaching my boat, I'm not going to just let you immediately leap on board and then go below deck.
Yeah,
like, whoa.
Instantly goes for it, and they follow him down there, and he will sort of haunted and frantically tell them how he's the last survivor on the boat.
Yeah.
There were 6 of them.
Oh.
They all died
Botulism.
10 days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I was thinking immediately about Monty Python's Meaning of Life. They're like, well then, how do we all die at once?
Yeah.
Salmon loaf. And the Grim Reapers. Oh, you didn't buy canned salmon, did you? Oh, dear.
He was a salmon moose, right?
Salmon moose, that's it. Yes, salmon moose.
I didn't have the salmon moose.
So, yes, they have all fallen prey to salmon moose.
To the salmon moose. Yeah.
Botulism, Sam Neill says. It's a deadly food poisoning, and if you're this far away from a doctor,
it'll kill you.
Tickets punched. Yeah.
Sounds legit, kind of, maybe not.
Yeah, absolutely. And Billy Zane, Huey, has got a bag full of all their passports and the captain's log, and he's taking stuff off there. And John, Sam Neill, says, well, you know what, Ray, why don't you take him back so he can get some rest, and we'll see what we can do. Because Huey's like, I'm not going back to that boat. I'm not going back there. I can't go back there. Okay, just settle down, take a rest. Well, he's resting, he takes out the captain's log, and it becomes very apparent, like, they are not experienced sailors on this boat.
Yeah.
You've already seen Sam Neill, like, deal with, I mean, he's a naval captain.
He knows what he's doing.
He does, and they demonstrate it throughout this movie. You look at this captain's log, you're like, what the hell's going on? He finds, besides their passports, the scrap of paper that says, looking for 4 young women who are open-minded who want to do a photo shoot.
That's right.
On a sailboat.
On a sailboat in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Bring your own canned food. There's no chef aboard this vessel. Oh, yeah.
Must be open-minded. So, okay. They were having a little Girls Gone Wild tour around Indonesia or something.
Would you answer an ad that said, must be open-minded?
Well, when they show the video of these girls later, don't they all have, like, Russian accents or something?
I think so.
So I kind of got that feeling like this was
English must not be first language. Must be open-minded.
That's right. This is all mail order bride territory.
Yeah,
but they were going to shoot their little Girls Gone Wild type thing. And, you know, you get the feeling like John and Ray are maybe a little bit more conservative. This certainly isn't their cup of tea. And John's sort of looking at it like, I don't know what this guy's about.
He's not buying none of this. He doesn't buy the botulism. 25 years at sea. That's why.
So John decides that he's going to go check out the boat, the black schooner out there. So he gets in the dinghy and he rows over there. He says, you know, let him sleep, lock him in there, and I'll go check this out. So he goes over to the black schooner. He gets on there, and it's like a shithole on there. Like, no one's been taking care of that. It's in really rough shape. He heads below deck. It looks like people have just been partying in there nonstop. And he will open one of the inner doors to the hold where he sees, like, there's a little bit of water coming out. And he opens it up. All this water comes pouring out, along with chunks of people.
Yeah, some bluntly cut body parts that are kind of bobbing around like mannequin pieces. It's not the greatest.
No. You get like a face full of Australian muff coming at you, too. Do you know that one shot? It's just like, it's like a torso coming at you. And it's just like a full-on Australian beaver, like just like bearing down on you. Like, whoa.
Oh, that's one of those tulip beavers, eh?
It is. Oh, it looks like it's lost his teeth. But
sure is smiling.
Yeah, chunks of people. The music, Graham Revell does the music for this. I actually think the music is pretty tight in this as well.
It's good.
Good suspenseful score to it.
The only music I don't like is when Sam gets the power going on the boat.
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
And there's like that weird techno, with the flashing lights and all that. And I was like, oh, what is going on?
Is that playing from one of the videos?
Yeah, it's playing,
that they have?
playing from one of the videos. Or it's on the stereo, maybe. It's pumping through the stereo.
I did wonder, as he will have to get this boat in working order, as we'll get to in a bit.
It has taken on a lot of water.
And turn the TV off, dude. Obvious, unless you're into that kind of thing. Unless he's like, well, look at there's some titties that aren't my wife's. Actually, I'm going to leave this on in the background and just. I mean, maybe that's why it eventually sinks, because he just you don't see the scene where he sits down. He's like, all right, let's look at this, Captain stabbing my
that
favorite
old trope. Titties that aren't my wives. I'll take that for $200, please. What did you stumble across?
All right. You just see him take the VHS tape out of the player and put it in his bag to bring back to the boat.
Put it in a Ziploc, seal it up so it doesn't get wet. Stick it in his bag, just in case. This is evidence.
That's right. The police will want to see this.
Yeah.
And by the police, I mean all my friends.
My mates.
Yes. Wait till I bring this back to my boat. Yeah. I'll take the old dinghy out for a spin, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, sir. My film would not have had any of that in it.
Well, obviously, the bodies come pouring out of there. He's freaking out. He's got to get back to the ship, and we've cut back to the ship where Billy Zane has woken up and looked directly into the camera, as he will many times in this movie. Now, I don't know if you picked that up, but he's the only character that does that.
I guess I didn't, but I kind of like it.
He does it a lot. Mm-hmm.
Do you like it, or do you find it jarring and fourth wall breaking?
It's weird later on in the movie where he will kind of have his little freak out moment. Ray, you don't understand. They pushed me. All that. He does it right to the camera. I only noticed it the second time I was watching the movie. And then I also noticed that there's video footage of him freaking out with the other guy, one of the victims on the ship.
Staring at that camera, right?
Staring at that camera, too. Yeah. So I wondered if they just shot those on the same day. And he was just locked into the camera.
Yeah. Right. So this is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm going to reach out and grab the cameraman's arms and look directly at the camera. Yeah. It's reverse POV. It's tricky. That's what we call it.
But Billy Zane Huey is able to break out of his room. He breaks out of one of the port windows or whatever onto the deck, I guess.
Yep.
And Ray has started to go towards the schooner.
Yeah.
He knocks her away from the wheel and the
Sam
throttle.
Neill's on his way back in the dinghy.
Just ring-a-ding-dinging all the way towards the schooner.
With the VHS tape sealed up in the Ziploc.
That's right.
Backpack.
I gotta save my wife and get myself a new Betamax. A master Betamax, if you catch my drift.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The dinghy gets closer and closer and closer, and he makes a dive for the boat, and he sploosh misses.
It's a good tense moment. It's a really good tense moment because it's so close. It's brilliantly edited. Yeah. The music is coming to a crescendo. He's getting closer and closer, and it's like, okay, now's the time, jump. And he literally does that whole two-handed palm down the side of the boat into the water. And, yeah, exactly. And he's like, the tape! And then,
But yeah, he sees his ship sailing away. He gets in the dinghy and he goes back to the schooner because what other thing can you do?
Sure.
And he watches his ship leaving and he takes down the heading of it. Again, he's what you might call an able seaman.
Yeah.
I mean, you might call him that.
You might.
If you want to be weird about it. But he takes down the heading of the boat and then he's going to try his best to repair the schooner and give chase, pumping water out of it. And I just thought, it's got to be hot as fuck. There's no power on this boat, right? So it's just turned into an oven full of bloated corpses.
Yeah, and seawater. probably warm-ish, and yeah, the stench would be overpowering, and he's just pump forever to get the water out of that boat, just so he can get the engine started and play the techno rock.
But I think this is one of the things that I dig about this movie is the crafting and engineering element about this. Like, I don't know shit about sailing. I really don't. I wish I did, because I find this all fascinating. He's just like, I gotta pump the water out. He's trying to just get this thing started. He knows what he's doing. And I really like all of this kind of stuff. That the guy who was on the boat before was a jackass who didn't know anything about boats and was kind of dead in the water, but he's sort of able to get this thing up and running again. Gets the engine running again, takes some calculations, because he took the heading before he went below deck, so he is on an intercept course to catch up to his wife and Huey. Now, when his wife wakes up, because she kind of got knocked out in the struggle for the helm, she wakes up to Huey dancing like he was the guy who liked Jamiroquai before it was cool. He's up there dancing all zany, Billy Zany.
He is. That's some shitty music, too.
Yeah, he's just got like Hoobastank on repeat in his brain. And she's trying to get him to turn around, and he's like, not doing it, and she gets a little aggressive, and he snaps back at her. And I think, both of the movies that we watch today deal with some sort of psychotic behavior from people, but it is two very different portrayals of psychos. Do you know what I mean? Or killers. And
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Billy Zane he does a good job being sinister in kind of like a cavalier sort of way. He seems like a dipshit, like an entitled dipshit who got in over his head. He got pushed, and now he's just kind of like doing the best he can, but he's rarely sort of in control.
Yeah. He's not very menacing.
No.
But he's obviously a little off his rocker.
Yeah.
So he's unstable.
Delirious.
Yeah.
And later on in this movie, when Nicole Kidman will take advantage of that situation, I think it's to both of their credits that I buy that angle in this movie.
Sure.
Because he does seem like kind of a dipshit who would fall for it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1.
And here he is, like, creeping on her, like, yeah, I used to study art, and you've got magnificent bone structure.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that's like something somebody would say at a cocktail party. He is a fucking handsome, delirious idiot.
Already outing himself as a fucking typical douchebag.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, let me look at your collar. Just as I thought.
Yep.
Made in heaven.
If I told you had an outstanding body, would you hold it against me? All those fucking classics. Yeah.
I like boobs. Can I touch them? Rarely works, by the way.
And this is part, like, right from the beginning, I did, to your earlier point, think, Ray, you could try and kill him more. Like, you are being a little bit too backseat.
Your husband is 7 nautical miles back that way.
Yeah.
You got to get this boat turned around, girl.
Yeah. Just hit him in the back of the head with something, or just go for it. He gets a little testy here, and this is when he looks at the camera. They were trying to kill me, Ray. They were trying to kill me. Because she's like, there's no food poisoning, was there?
Yeah.
So he gets a little testy and kind of puts her in her place a little bit. And this is when back on the derelict on the schooner, I think it's the Orpheus is the name of it. John has got the lights on.
Yeah.
It's techno dance party.
Mm-hmm. Lights are flashing. Boobies on the monitor.
Yeah.
People laughing.
He found another tape. He was like, oh, yeah. What's this?
There's a whole rung of these.
Cabinet. Whole cabinet full of these. Oh, terrific.
This one's labeled Teresa.
But he's got it working, and at one point, Ray, back on the Saracen on their boat, has snuck to the radio. And she turns it on, and she's trying to reach John, and eventually gets a signal. They can't communicate, except he can click the radio.
Yeah, which is good. I like that.
Yeah, one
It's
click
great.
for yes, 2 clicks for no.
And everyone's going to get that right away. Everyone's going to understand the 1 for yes, 2 for no. That's just something we all have ingrained in us for some reason, right?
Yeah. And she's like, are you on your way? And he gives the click. She's like, great. Well, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to try and stop the boat? 1 click. Mm-hmm. Okay. She's going to try and stop the boat.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
No, just keep going. I'll catch up, maybe.
I mean, again, to the kind of the point I was making about this being a slightly old-fashioned. It's like she's always kind of waiting for someone to tell her what to do.
She's
and
timid.
She certainly is.
I'm sorry. Is your father here? Could I ask him?
So, yeah, okay. She gets the key, and Billy Zane hears the boat stop. Like, what the fuck's going on? So he sees that she's got the key, and then she runs below deck, and he's above deck, and he sees her, like, through the window, and she's down below deck, and he's above deck, and...
Nice little cat and mouse game.
Yeah, little chicken. Juking this way, juking this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she'll juke one way, and he will fall for it, and then she'll run out the other side of the boat with the key, like, ha, ha, ha.
And then she kind of smarmily holds it up like, ha, ha, beat you.
And she just tosses it over the deck.
Yeah.
Now, earlier we had seen
Ben,
the doggo, the little doggo on the boat.
Doggo.
Fetching tennis balls. She throws them out in the water. Ben jumps on there, sploosh.
Yeah.
Gets the tennis ball, comes back on the boat.
Good dog. Lucky it wasn't a stick of dynamite.
Unfortunately, this time. Because the keys got the little floaty thing on them. The dog goes and gets the keys. And
Ben's super excited to be a part of the game.
But what I did think in this moment, like, she's below deck, he's above deck, she's got the key. I'm going to go this way, I'm going to go that way. And I was like, actually, just stay right where the fuck you are. Just wait for him. You don't have to juke. The boat is stopped right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're buying stop boat time at the moment.
Yeah. Just do it. And then look around. There has to be a window to the outside below deck. So just wait and just like throw it out there. Yeah. Flush it down the toilet. This jackass isn't going to know how to bust it.
Hide it in a drawer full of other keys.
Yes. Swallow it. I mean, there were other options here.
Prison wallet.
Well, that's the first place he's going to check, mate. The old koala pouch.
Oh, yeah. True.
He's already got experience with that Australian beaver, as we have noted already.
Indeed. Although that was Russian, I believe.
It's true. It's true.
Russian right at you.
Well, now Billy Zane's got the keys. He's able to start the boat back up again. But back on the Orpheus, a squall is coming. You can see it on the horizon. And this is when I was like, John, you can turn the videos off. Like, it's been hours later, and he's got another one on there.
Yeah.
Presumably, there's a power button on there.
I'm not good with multimedia.
Exactly. It's the ship's captain. He needs the fucking bosun to come. How do I turn this thing off? Is there like a switch on the back? It's got that little TV to video box. I've got a toggle. It's only 1989. A fucking RF modulator.
Yeah, there's an RF modulator. I'm not sure. Do I unplug the cable?
What?
Or will that ruin the reception?
God damn it, man. I'm confounded. Well, the ship is taking on water, and John goes down into the bilge to look for soft spots. Sort of like sticking his knife in, and this is where he finds the corpse of, I think his name was Russell, was the other guy that was on the boat with Billy Zane. Just a corpse floating in the water.
That one's not bad.
And to my point about this movie is like, these are certainly horrifying elements.
Sure.
When a bunch of dismembered body parts come out, and then you find a corpse in the bilge, like, I think this is more of a thriller than a horror movie.
Sure.
I think maybe back in 89, maybe more people would have considered those elements to be like a real horror movie.
Yeah.
He's a corpse floating in there, has been in there for a while. God, also, Billy Zane. You had options to fucking throw their bodies overboard.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder he was rowing that dinghy so fast. He literally was spending 10 days with a bunch of stinking corpses on the boat.
Yeah.
Like, just toss them over the side, dude.
I mean, you parted them out. Most of them, anyway. Yeah.
He comes on that boat looking clean and handsome, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
like
he's
a young
just...
Marlon Brando.
He does. He does.
Oh.
Whoa. Those pictures of Billy Zane in that Brando biopic?
Fucking nuts, right?
I mean, I don't know when that's coming out or whatever. I just have only seen the pictures of it.
Is it out already, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But those are some uncanny pictures.
Oh, yes. Oh, Billy Zane did a good job portraying Marlon Brando.
Getting a stick of butter.
Get the butter.
She gets back on the radio with him, right? With her husband? Like,
Yes.
I stopped it, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
We're moving again. You know, I was able to delay it for about 7 minutes. Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. She was able to delay it, and he's saying now, like, oh, now the ship is sinking. I've got a big problem. So it's kind of turned its head. And she's like, okay, I'll be there by sunset.
Yeah, she's like, you need me to turn around? Yes.
And so
I'll be there by sunset.
Takes the reins now. She's
Like,
going to make a decision.
Do this earlier, girl?
She's going to, well, you know, because it's not in her nature to have sex with the homicidal weirdo that's on her boat. But that is essentially going to be her plan.
That's the game, Daddy-O. Have
Huey
sex with a
comes down.
homicidal weirdo.
He sees her crying and he starts putting the moves on. And she has that moment of resolve where she's like, all right, this is, we're going to Pound Town. This is fucking, taking this boat to Bangkok.
She's getting a freebie. She's got a hall pass cooking right here.
So they have a very uncomfortable sex scene. With the two of them, where she decides like the only way she's going to get in his graces. And like I said, I might not have bought this, or I might have thought like, well, certainly the guy will take advantage of this, but he's not going to like fall for it as if he's somehow been snake charmed.
Yeah.
But I think he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I think this character is a dope. A delirious.
He's a total dope.
Handsome idiot.
Yeah.
And so he does buy it. And then afterwards, in the afterglow, she's like, oh, I'm going to make myself a cocktail. And she takes the sedatives we'd seen earlier and crushes them up and puts them in a glass of lemonade. And he comes out and he's like, oh, what's that? She's like, oh, I just made myself a drink. You want some? And he's like, no, I don't want it. And she's like, oh, come on, you want it. And he's like, I do want it.
Yeah. She's even like starting to drink it. She does a little good fakery there.
Yeah.
Which also happens in the next one.
Which also happens in the other movie. Yeah. And then Billy Zane's like, okay, I will. So he takes it. She leaves. And then it's worth watching just Billy Zane drink this lemonade because he really makes a sandwich out of this lemonade. It is like 4 acts of drinking this lemonade where he kind of smells it. And,
Act 1.
Then like takes the
discovery.
Taste. That is good.
Act 2. The taste.
Eyes look around a little bit, and he decides that he'll take another drink. And
Act 3.
Oh, it's all
the
down
consumption.
Sure, it goes right there.
Yeah. The denouement.
Oh my gosh. It's like
when he starts to feel sleepy.
Good drinking that lemonade.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we've still got some film in here. Billy, you want to
do the lemonade again? Could we?
Do I? Yes. Yeah, meanwhile, back on the Orpheus, that squall has hit, and lightning strikes one of the booms, I think, and it snaps off, and it prevents John from going above deck. So now he's trapped in this boat as the water is getting higher and
I feel
higher
like God
and
is
higher.
trying to keep John away.
Yes.
The insurmountable things. Like, just like, bing, it stabs right outside the door and pins the door closed. Like, shit. Is there no other way for you to get it? That's a pretty big boat. There's no other door?
Yes, it's true. And there's no window that you could have climbed out.
There's 2 or 3 ways out of yours. As Billy Zane will prove.
That's a very good point. Why is there only this one way out of this boat from the hull?
I know what we should do. What if there's a fire in the galley? That's never going to happen.
Well, while that's happening with him, and Huey's, drank all his lemonade, Ray goes up to the gun, because we've seen it before. She's got like a shotgun up there, or a harpoon gun.
It's both,
Yeah.
right? There is a harpoon gun, but there is also a shotgun.
Shotgun, I mean,
Why do you have a shotgun
but
on
that
a
is a,
boat?
that is an interesting choice, right? Like a rifle I could see on
Absolutely.
a boat,
Mm-hmm.
but a shotgun is a weird choice to have. But
Yeah,
hey,
it is.
he's the captain, man. I'm
Hey.
not going to argue with him.
Yeah,
Captain wants a shotgun. Captain gets a shotgun.
whatever you want. You shooting fish at close range? You hauling a marlin on the boat and blasting it in the face? What the fuck? Or maybe it's for pirates.
But she brings it below deck too soon. And he discovers him. Oh, there's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he manages to wrestle it away. And then I think what is a dumb part of this movie, he's like getting high on the sedatives. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of a sedative, just like slowing you down, and he's just like
Turning you into Orson Welles.
drop the finest in French champagne. Well, there is another American champagne. Yeah. But he's getting like high. It's like a goofy portrayal. It's like a 1980s portrayal of like what it is to be on drugs in a movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's like laughing like, ooh, and he blasts
They should have
away
showed
and-
flashbacks of his 80s punk rock friends with faux hawks. Remember punks in the 80s in movies?
Yeah.
Nah, I've got a leather bracelet and a faux hawk. It's got green moose in it. Oh, okay. You really tried, didn't you?
He's all goofy and high, and he takes a couple shots with the shotgun or whatever, and he misses.
Mm-hmm.
And then the squall is picking up here outside. Obviously, these two boats are close enough, in proximity that the storm is affecting them both.
Yeah.
And there's a bit more of a struggle, and she manages to get the harpoon gun now, and she locks herself in the bathroom as he's like hammering to get inside.
Yeah.
And then she takes the harpoon gun and sticks a harpoon through the door.
And you just hear,
Yeah.
oh, must have got him.
Yeah. Opens the door.
Yeah. I should have checked the website.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, because everything you've seen this dog do, go after the tennis ball, you would also see it try to open a door at one point, and sure enough, she has
Shot
she's
the
killed
dog.
Bin. She's killed
Yeah.
Bin, the pool
Bin.
dog.
Yeah.
Stuck him through. Ooh, and Billy Zane jump scare. Insane.
Insane.
Billy jump scare. He jumps out from curtains and he tries to strangle her. And that's when he's so high that he just passes out. Oh.
Yeah. This is when you beat him with a frying pan. Now, he just made you shoot your dog. I didn't check the website, so I didn't know it was coming.
I think that for sure that should have been enough motivation to beat him with a frying pan. Or how about this? You could drag him up the stairs and throw him overboard.
Yeah.
Now, granted, maybe she's not strong enough to do that, but instead she will just tie him up and put him in the room and lock the door. Now, she herself is a bit of an able seaman, I think. She ties a good knot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you had me at able seaman. By the way, before we get too far, in case anyone's scratching their head going, why are you talking about the website? Does the Dog Die is a website.
Yes.
DoesTheDogDie.com. You could look up any movie. It'll let you know if the animal, the lovely animal, or the dog dies in the movie. There you go.
Yeah. I say, just don't be a pussy. It's fine. It's not real. Okay?
I don't know, man.
Just get over it.
I don't like when the dog dies.
I don't like it when the dog dies either, but...
I don't like watching Cujo because Cujo ends up being the bad guy and Cujo's really a good boy, so fuck off.
Cujo's not a good boy.
Cujo is a good boy prior to turning into a maniac.
So was Billy Zane, okay?
He's just a dipshit. He's a model destined to have a gasoline fight.
Burn off those perfectly plucked eyebrows.
Oh, man.
Just
He
absolutely.
is so clean. Yeah. He is a well-manicured man.
Oh, back on the Orpheus, John is pumping the water. The water's rising. Things are looking a little grim. And this is when Nicole Kidman, Ray, is up top nailing the windows of the hatch down instead of beating him to death with a frying pan, as you've said.
Yeah.
But she grabs the helm. She's in the squall. And I guess Nicole Kidman really did take a lot of sailing lessons before this because she's really sailing this boat right now. And looks great. She's got the rope in one hand and the helm in the other, and she's sort of like tying it off. She's racing to get towards John, who's at this point is like in over his head. He notices some like fish have gotten in, and he managed to find a rotten spot in the bilge.
Okay, wait a minute. So the hole is big enough for large fish to come in. And there must be a way out if I can't get out this pinned door. Yeah. Indeed,
So he gets
Watson, you are correct.
down in the bilge. He manages, this also was a little confounding. He gets out of there, and then he has built like a little raft for himself with like a wreckage tied together that he will float on until Ray discovers him. But
Ziploc bags full of videotapes and all kinds of things.
the TV and both VCRs from there. Found the camcorder. Ooh, there's a tape in there I haven't watched yet. Wonder what's on this one.
If I blow enough air into these bags, they'll actually keep me afloat. This looks like I'm saving myself.
But what happened to the dinghy? There was a dinghy there. He took a dinghy onto the boat. I mean, even if the boat was sinking, presumably
the dinghy's still tied to it,
float by itself. Like, why isn't he in a fucking boat?
That's a really good point.
I didn't get why he's on like this sort of life raft of wreckage. But maybe he couldn't fit all those videotapes into the dinghy. He's like, I've got a better idea, mate. So Ray is racing back towards John, and Huey has woke up. And this is when he sort of like rocks back and forth, and even though he's tied up, he manages to break through the door with his feet and then uses a shard of wood to cut himself free and then come after Ray. Sure, it's smart, but I was like, boats have like those like, they're not window seats, but the hold. Yeah, the porthole. Up the cushions. Sure. And underneath the bench, there's like storage space. I was like, drop him in that. Yeah. So he can't like move around. Put some weights on that. There are so many options, but she leaves him tied up in the middle of the room so he can essentially bust out.
Yeah, so he can escape room his way out of it.
This movie for me definitely hits that point where I like it so much and I think it's so good that I'm really going to start looking at shit and nitpicking every fucking detail about it.
Okay.
But she manages to fire a harpoon at him as they struggle and sticks him into the wall. And he's sort of sliding through the harpoon towards her.
He's doing the Excalibur. I love it.
He is. Knocks him out. Yeah. Tosses a life raft off the side and rolls him into it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great idea.
This is the first smart thing you've done all day.
Yeah, why didn't you do that to the beginning? And, also cut the cord on that fucking life raft.
No reason to keep it tied to the boat.
No. Every reason to cut it. But she will not.
You're giving him a fighting chance already by just putting him in the boat. Even though he has no videotapes.
She shoots a flare up into the air, finds John on the raft, pulls him up, and, doesn't throw him a line or anything. Easy there, sailor. Just like with her arm. I was like, don't you get pulled off too? Yeah. You're totally fucked if this boat goes.
He pulls her off into the water, and they're like, oh, shit.
And he's like, you want to watch a movie? Roll credits.
Yeah.
Well, they're reunited. Next morning, they're
pretty chill.
They're poking. They are totally chill. Yeah. And I think this is because the reshoots or whatever, the new ending had to be tacked on.
Now, they had supposedly cut him loose on the dinghy, right?
Yeah, what you should have done, right? Just let him go. Yeah. But instead, they're poking around on the life raft, not finding it. She fires a flare into it and is burning it. You're not out of here yet. You might want those emergency flares, but whatever.
They have a lot of them too, though.
The old proof of concept.
Exactly.
Oh, those flares really work.
Yeah, these flares are destructive.
But anyway, no sign of him. So then, I don't know, it's hours later.
Or the next morning.
Day, something.
Yeah, they seem pretty chill.
Sure.
She's washing her hair. Like, sorry, baby.
Yeah, he hasn't checked out a koala pouch and seen that some wombats put his buggles up in there.
Are those actual things? He said a wombat putting his buggles up there. Yeah,
I think buggles are bungle bungles. There's like a mountain range in Australia called that. I love how everything in Australia sounds like it was named by a 10-year-old boy or girl.
Yeah, or
like, what do you want to call this one, Jimmy? I'm calling it the Bungle Bungles. Good. Well, life is good again.
All kinds of everything ends in an O. Yeah. Rabbit O's.
Life is good again. She swims. She's like, oh, you know what I want? I want a big plate of pasta with basil and garlic and wash my hair. And he's like, oh, let me get some shampoo for you. So he leaves, and then all of a sudden those bloody hands are washing her hair. And it's Billy Zane again.
Billy Zane, look out.
No, there's a struggle. Oh, John runs back up. Oh, his wife is struggling with homicidal Billy Zane again. And he grabs the flare and right through the sail.
Right through the sail. Right into Billy Zane's head.
Yeah. Gets totally insane.
Yeah.
The flare goes. Yeah. Right in his mouth, and you get the glowing head of
He lights
Billy
up
Zane.
like the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Yeah, he is. He's going like full angelic nuclear on this.
Yeah.
And right off the boat. And I love how quick it is. It's like flare.
Yeah.
Glowing head falls in the water, and then they're just sort of like standing there.
And I don't mind it.
Roll credits.
This is not a terrible studio note.
No.
Because you do need some kind of ending like that.
Yeah.
You can't just have the ambiguous, oh, he got cut loose in the boat, and then that was it. We never saw him again.
Yeah.
Like, sure, that's how the book ended or whatnot, or how Orson Welles' movie would have ended. Orson Welles, by the way, they got 3/4 of the way through it. They ran into financial troubles, and there was all kinds of problems with the film. And then the lead actor passed away. And that is one of the main reasons why Orson was never able to finish it. Out of money, lead actor passed away. So that film to this day still only exists in like 2 work prints with like incomplete sound and stuff like that. That is it. That's all that remains of that original version of Dead Calm, which was called The Deep.
The Deep.
Yeah. And that is a Hollywood Orson Welles minute. The French. Known for that one.
Hollywood minute.
So, what do we want to rate Dead Calm with?
Flares.
Yeah, totally. Groovy flares, man. How many groovy flares do you give Dead Calm?
I think Dead Calm's a solid 7.
Okay.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's good. It's a good movie. It's well made all across the board. I mean, it was Kennedy Miller that bought the property from the Wells estate to be able to make this movie. Kennedy, of course, I almost said George Kennedy.
George Kennedy from Airport and The Naked Gun and Cool Hand Luke. George Miller.
Yes. Kennedy Miller. George Miller and his partner, whatever Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
JFK. I don't know why that's a terrible JFK, but whatever. But yeah, they had bought the project and, decided to make their own version of it. Made a few changes here and there. They ditched the fact that they were newlyweds, gave the tragic opening, which is a good ending or a good opening. Yeah.
Changed the beginning, and then the studio note changed the ending. Great choices. Both
good stuff.
Of those.
And this all shot on location on the water in a boat. There's some interior stuff done on stage with the flooding and things like that. That's all great. It's really well done. That's a thing that big thing that both these have in common is the amount that was actually shot on the open water. And I want to say they're both actually shot in the same area off the Gold Coast. So yeah, I think these films are really paired well together for many reasons.
Yeah.
But I give it Dead Calm a 7. Don't love it, but I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah. I like it even more. I'm going to give it an 8. If I saw this movie in the theater, I might give it a 8.5.
Really?
Because I do love this movie. I don't have problems with the pacing. I think the performances are all great, and the performances elevate the script. Like I said, I think Billy Zane is a very believable, delusional, handsome dipshit. in this. Like that whole thing where they're having sex, I wouldn't buy that he would be duped, except I do, because I think he's doing a great job at being just sort of out of it. I love the stuff where Sam Neill has to get the boat working again. I find that kind of fascinating on a different level. Yeah, there's things about it that certainly aren't perfect, but I love the tension. I love
it's a smart movie. It's a smart
simplicity. Thriller. Simple story with some very smart, specific elements in it that make this an 8 for me. And like I said, the expansiveness of the ocean, some of those shots, I feel like if I saw this in the theater, I would give it an even higher rating, but I'm giving it 8 flares.
Nice. 7 flares and 8 flares. Would you say it's King Fancy and What You Want? Because I'm going to say it's King Fancy, but is it What You Want?
Oh, well, is What You Want higher than King Fancy?
I feel like it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, King Fancy's
got to be pretty high. So I guess what I'm going to say is this is What You Want.
This is definitely What You Want. King Fancy, a 9 or a 10 is King Fancy to me.
Yeah.
It is definitely What You Want, though.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Good.
Mate, shall we head to the lobby and then we can come in and talk about dangerous animals?
Yes, and we'll talk about where people can find us.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
You can check out my groovy flares, man.
Check out these groovy flares, man. I just repeated you like an idiot.
We'll be right back.
102, take 2.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
102, take 3.
Action, please.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the Viva to get ourselves a treat.
Listen, things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy stores. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Oh, and we are back.
We're back. We're talking about drunken Orson Welles.
The
French.
Oh, yes, but now we're here to talk about Dangerous Animals. 2025's
Dangerous
Animals. Well, I did a little bit of a write-up on Dangerous Animals.
Did you? I mean, I know you did. I just don't know what it is.
Well, without spoiling anything, I will say Dangerous Animals does have a lot of snippets of conversation, a lot of dialogue that revolves around or is based on like naturalist ideas or conservation ideas. Talk about animals and ecologies and ecosystems in this movie. And I think it's because Sean Byrne, the director, was watching a lot of nature documentaries and shark documentaries in his research for this. I think it shows
mean like
in
Planet
the writing.
Earth and stuff like that?
Yes. So I am going to do my best David Attenborough, who is the narrator of Planet Earth. David Attenborough.
Brother of Richard Attenborough.
Is he really the brother of Richard Attenborough?
Yes, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. 2 knights in the family.
Are they both knighted?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Richard Attenborough was, and I'm sure David Attenborough has been too.
I was never knighted.
Oh, well, it's because Orson Welles is from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know. Outside a pea farm.
All right. So let me try my best. David Attenborough.
All right.
Dangerous Animals 2025. Directed by Sean Byrne. With Hassie Harrison and Jai Courtney.
It's good.
From the wide, desolate swaths of the outback to the verdant beauty of the Daintree rainforest, the majesty of its Great Barrier Reef, Australia is a land of great natural wonder and complex diversity. But this great beauty must be met with caution, for Australia houses some of the world's most dangerous animals. The jaws of the saltwater crocodile, the fangs of the eastern brown snake, the venom of the blue-ringed octopus, and the serrated teeth of the fearsome great white shark are but a few of the perils that must be tracked as one moves about their day in the land down under.
Indeed.
These creatures, however, pale in comparison to the most dangerous animal of all. Man. Homo sapiens, and in particular, homicidal sapiens, are brought into sharp relief in Sean Byrne's latest film, the aptly named Dangerous Animals. Yeah. Spanning the course of a few days on Australia's Gold Coast, Dangerous Animals tells the story of Zephyr, a nomad female surfer living from her van, focused only on the next wave ahead. No time for the courting rituals of local males, she leads a solitary existence. An existence that, as is often the case in the animal kingdom, attracts the attention of predators. Zephyr will soon find herself in a world beset with dangerous animals, within the water and without. Sean Byrne's solidly directed film is anchored by terrific performances and a harrowing story that is bold enough to challenge our notions of who planet Earth's monsters truly are and who we are when we are confronted with them. Michael, what did you think of Sean Byrne's Dangerous Animals?
Sir Attenborough, sir, well done. Well done.
Thank you.
I know you.
I'm off to watch more VHSs of animals doing the nasty.
Ah, the French.
Won't you join me, Mr. Wells?
Well, of course. If there is wine, I will not drink it before it's time.
David Attenborough and Orson Welles go off to
watch Girls Gone Wild.
Girls Gone Wild. Oh my God, that's great. What did you think of Dangerous Animals?
I really fucking like this movie a lot. Yeah.
Tell me why.
I think this movie is so fucking slickly made. And it looks crisp and clean. It's shot on the water. There's great underwater photography. I love the colors in this movie. This movie fucking pops. Jai Courtney is fucking one of my favorite homicidal killers I've seen in forever.
He's wonderful in this, right?
He's so fucking good.
I hadn't really noticed him in anything before. I mean, looking up his credits, he's in those Suicide Squad movies. He plays Captain Boomerang in there.
Yeah.
I mean, one of those is terrible, and the other one is fucking fantastic. But I have to say, I don't remember him in either of them just because so many other people are chewing the scenery in those movies.
Yeah,
that I feel like he didn't really get a chance to shine. But he's wonderful in this.
Yeah, this movie really gives an opportunity for these actors to make a standout performance. I mean, Hassie Harrison is fucking great.
Yeah.
She did such a great job in this. Goes through all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this movie is a wild roller coaster.
It is.
And I think it's really, really well made. Sure, it's a serial killer movie, kinda. Again, I think this is horror, but also borderline horror. There's a lot more thriller in here than horror.
Sure. There are horrifying elements in this.
Huge horrifying elements.
In and out of the water.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was surprised at how much I liked this movie.
I was too. I gotta say, I wasn't really looking forward to watching this one.
Right.
Because I thought, whatever. Shark movie. You know what I mean? Like I'd seen some of the trailers. I knew I thought I knew what it was about. And shark movies have become like their own sort of subgenre, you know?
Totally.
And as much as I know we both
and they're
love
mostly
Jaws, more than 9 out of 10 times I'd say they're crap.
Absolutely.
Even the ones that I think are better than most are still crappy.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, I'm calling you out, Deep Blue Sea.
But Hassie Harrison, you were talking about Hassie Harrison, and I thought, who is this? Well,
I'd never seen her before.
But you have.
Okay.
You have.
What did I see her in?
In Yellowstone, she's one of the Buckle Betties or whatever that comes into the bunkhouse and ends up sleeping around with the singer. Yeah.
Okay.
He gets in a fight with the older guy because she's kind of rubbing up on him too.
Yeah.
Apparently, she comes from like a Texas ranching family. So she is the real deal in terms of being a rancher and riding horses and that whole life.
Yeah.
So I was doubly impressed that pulls off being a surfer as well as she does in this movie. But yeah, she's wonderful, and Jai Courtney is wonderful, and they anchor this movie with some great performances. They both bring it 100%.
Yeah, and as we get into the spoilers, we'll talk about like the shark and the marlin and stuff like that. And these characters, they seem to swap back and forth and ping pong back and forth. I think it's a very well developed movie. Because I've seen so many films and because I've worked on so many films, what's going to happen. Who's going to survive.
Sure.
Who's going to die. But there's still always that tense way that it's brought about by good editing, good directing, and good acting. And I think this has all three of those, and it makes these things that you are pretty sure is going to happen still feel tense and still feel, at times, surprising.
Yeah, I know listening to interviews with Sean Byrne, the director of this, he did watch like a lot of Shark Week documentaries and a lot of nature documentaries. And like I said, that's kind of threaded throughout this whole thing. But I think it also examines that predator-prey relationship, and the script in the story enjoys playing with, turning that on its head and examining that little bit and actually thinking about humans as sort of their own animals in this.
Oh, totally.
And that metaphor kind of bleeds out into other parts of this. And it's not always 100% successful for me in this, but it is a thrilling ride no matter what. And you are correct. There's some surprising stuff in here, and the tension in the story gets ratcheted up in some wonderful ways, I think. And surprising. Like I said, I thought, fuck, it's another shark movie. I'm going to hate this. And it is so much more than that.
Yeah, it is. If you have not seen this movie, I think you should. I think this movie is a movie that people don't know about. And I think the more people that watch it, they're going to be like, wow, okay, that I never heard of this movie. Because it's not something I find people talking about much. And I feel like it should be on more radars than it is.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. I think maybe people felt like I did, where they're like, oh, it's another fucking shark movie.
Yeah, it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws. It's another crappy shark movie.
We get 3 shark movies a year. Like, oh, where are they now? Oh, they're in the sewers under Paris. Great. Oh, what is it now? Oh, it's a super big prehistoric one. Okay, wonderful. Oh, they put a fucking human brain in this shark. Okay, cool. What, this one is, they're being swept up by tornadoes now? Great, killer, wonderful. There's just so much schlock out there that this one...
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of bold to even make one that's this good.
But come on, this is a serial killer movie where the weapon is the shark.
Yeah.
essentially.
Essentially, the trailer will tell you that with this one.
That's not a spoiler. This is a serial killer that is basically feeding people to sharks.
But to your point, if you have not seen this movie, you should. We're going to head out into the lobby again, and when we come back, we are going to spoil the whole damn thing, because we're going to go through this from beginning to end and talk about what we like, what we didn't, what made us laugh.
Before we do that, let's tell everybody where to find us.
Yes.
Go find our Patreon. We're doing a lot of fun stuff on Patreon. There's a ton of pieces that are cut out of the show because the show runs long, or stories that we cut out because the story is just too damn long, and it's good, and it's its own little thing, like the ghost story. My ghost story is on there. The cursed ring story is on there. Your not having VD story is on there.
You always got to bring that one up.
I just like saying that.
I know you do. That's important.
People that don't listen to Patreon, they don't know what we're talking about.
So they all think I have VD.
Yeah.
You have to join our Patreon to find out, that I don't. That I don't.
But maybe it was close at some point, and that's a good story. I don't know.
Also, that's not it. But you should still join our Patreon and find out what the hell we're talking about. You get all that bonus stuff if you join at the $4 level. If you join at the $1 level, you get an ad-free version of the show, and you get access to our Discord, where we got a great community of people that is growing. It's horror fans, horror writers, artists, and just a lot of cool people. We're cracking a lot of jokes.
We're chatting each other up. We're talking about, movies and TV shows that we're watching, and books that we're reading, and games that we're playing. And there's a lot of good stuff in there. But go to the whole damn thing at patreon.com. It's a link in the show notes. So check it out. Also, we've got an Instagram. What's the Instagram?
The Whole Damn Thing 13 at Instagram, so you can find us there, posting trailers of the movies that we review, a lot of funny memes, and just, the random bullshit that comes up during an episode. A lot of times there'll be fan art of it and videos
like
of
the Dukes of Hazzard trailer that we dropped for 28 days later, and people are like, well, how are those going to correlate? I don't know, maybe you should listen to the show.
Listen to that episode.
Yeah, and then you'll absolutely know how those things correlate. And like I said, on the Patreon, there's more of that. There's like recut film trailers and things like that.
Music
all in
videos.
One place. Music videos, things that just sort of pop up as we're cracking each other up. Making real laughter, not fake laughter. There's one review out there. There's a lot of good reviews on the show, and there's one review that said, what did it say? What were the exact words? Forced laughter.
Forced laughter. And then I think it just said, wow, these guys are not funny.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm like, all right.
I'm like, that's the last time we let you write a review, Mom.
Yeah. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So go find us at patreon.com. It's a link in the show notes.
All the socials.
We're out there.
Seek and you shall find. Become a member of the whole damn family. We're having a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
We want you to have a good time with us, so check it out. So, before we jump into the lobby, what do you want to rate Dangerous Animals?
Oh,
we haven't actually
we
rated this.
We gotta rate it.
Is it fins on this one?
Sure. Yeah, I like that. How many shark fins would you give it?
How many shark fins? You did Dead Calm first, so I'll do Dangerous Animals first. I'm going to give Dangerous Animals a 7.5. I think this is a totally solid one. I had a good time. It's got a couple great performances. And more people should know about this movie. It does have a couple of things I have issues with, but overall, a solid time, a fun time, and really surprised me. So 7.5 shark fins.
Okay.
From me.
I'm giving it 8.5. I think this is damn near King Fancy.
Wow.
I think this is a really solid outing. It's that roller coaster. It's that like, oh my God, is this going to happen? Oh, yes, it is. And then is she going to? Oh, yes, it is. And it keeps going. Maybe a little Return of the Kingy at times.
It does Return to the King once. At the end, I was like, that was a little unnecessary, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I had enough of a good time up to that point that slight little thing wasn't going to bother me. But
the French.
Shall we head into the lobby and return to spoil the whole damn thing?
Boobs.
We'll be right back.
Here's Here's a food delicacy you'll surely enjoy. It's new, it's different. Hot Italian meatball sandwich. Just like Mama made. You'll find them freshly made in a crisp Italian roll at our refreshment stand.
And we are back.
We are back. We are back to spoil the whole
damn thing. Yeah.
The whole damn thing.
Dangerous Animals opens up with a young couple. Takes place in Australia, Gold Coast of Australia.
Yep.
A young couple approaches kind of a slightly beat-up-looking fishing boat. Tucker's Experiences with a shark logo. That logo looks a lot like our logo, by the way. Doesn't it?
Wait a minute.
Like a big smiling shark on it.
It does. Tucker.
But they're coming to this place because they want to have a swimming with the sharks experience. And they are soon met by Tucker, the skipper of the boat, played by Jai Courtney, as we said. Big dude. He's like rugby player size.
He's huge.
Yeah. He starts sort of like cracking jokes and asking them their name and, what'd you do? And they're like, oh, well, the rest of our tour group went to SeaWorld, but we kind of overslept. So, we didn't have an appointment, but we were trying to just see if we could get lucky. And he's like, so now it knows you're on your body, eh? No. And they're both in their early 20s, it looks like, the guy and the girl he's with. And they kind of just met at a hostel and she's a bit of a nervous Nelly.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we're not together.
Yeah. But, we'll come on the boat. She's like, I can't believe you talked me into this. He's like, we're going to go see nature's most misunderstood creatures. So they take the boat out there, and she is getting more and more nervous. He's chumming the waters and
shows her his big wound on the side where he got bit when he was a kid.
Yeah, there's like a newspaper clipping in the boat, like, I beat Jaws. And he's like, yeah. A shark came up and bit me. Oh, that must have hurt. He's like, it didn't tickle.
Yeah, that's an Australian comeback.
Right? It didn't tickle?
Yeah. That's that old manly man, like, I was bitten by a shark. It didn't tickle.
Yeah, he is a man's man, this guy, right?
Quintessential Australian man's man.
Yeah.
Board shorts and flip-flops and got that kind of bow-legged sort of like,
7 o'clock shadow and, washed his hair with seawater and, crushing a can of Foster's isn't too far away.
Oh, man, they hate Foster's over there so fucking much. They're like, fuck you and your fucking Foster's. Fuck you. So anytime we can bring up Australians drinking Foster's, we should.
Yeah, it's like the Bush Light of fucking Australian beers. Like, ugh, no one really drinks that piss. Huh?
It's like making love in a canoe, as they would say. Fucking close to water. It's a Monty Python joke.
But she's saying like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And he says, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you an old meditation trick that was passed down to me years ago from an old shaman. Close your eyes. And breathe in and down.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark.
Yeah, he starts singing fucking Baby Shark. That's cute. It's funny. Puts the girl at ease. He's like, come on, it doesn't work unless you sing too. He's all fucking testosterone and charm. Just like pouring it on. Like,
singing Baby Shark.
You can do it. And so they all sing it. Ha, ha, ha. So they relax enough to go down in the shark cage. So you got this couple down there and the sharks are swimming around and she's all wide-eyed and getting scared. But they hold on close and then they have like this magical experience as these sharks come by them. A lot of real shark footage in this.
Yeah, tons of real shark footage. They had actual shark documentarian people there to film all the shark stuff.
Yep.
Because they wanted it to be legit and real. So there's no digital in any of that. Digital they used for like fins coming up out of the water for later in the movie because it's hard to get a shark to do something on cue.
Yeah. You can't choreograph it necessarily like they need it in the movie.
All the footage is real sharks, and that is fucking great. And that is a Gold Coast Shark Minute.
Yeah, but this couple comes out of the shark cage. They've had this magic moment. They're all smiles like, oh my God, that was amazing. That was great. Moment. And the woman's in her harness, and the guy's standing there saying, oh, what a great time he had. And then you see Tucker just flips out a little knife and then just shivs the guy in the neck 3 times.
Multiple times right in the neck, yeah.
And then blood pushes out, pushes him over the deck.
Yeah.
Turns over his shoulder and looks at the girl. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Girl screams.
Credits.
Opening credits. Fuck yeah. Great. Okay. Let's fucking go. Great.
I'm ready.
Scene.
I'm ready for this movie.
We get a little surfing montage here with Hassie Harrison on her surfboard, and she is going to be the hero that we follow for the rest of the movie here.
She's a good final girl.
She's
spoiling it right there.
She's great. She is an American living out of her van, has come to the Gold Coast of Australia, chasing the waves.
Yep. Meets some dude at a convenience store, gives him a ride back to his car. Little young love budding kind of, oh, you like Creedence? Yeah, me too. Cool.
It's a bit of a meet cute here, you might say.
It's a total meet cute.
Yeah.
At first, it's like a hot dog talking to a hamburger.
She's not having any at first, but he is handsome. And then she notices when she gets to his car, because she's going to give him a jump with her jumper cables, that he's got a surfboard in the back. And she's like, oh, is that your surfboard? And he knows that she's not a local, so he gives her some tips. Like, all right, you go out to whatever that beach is that they're at, and look for the blue
some
bench.
Kind of Australian name.
Yeah.
Over there, the Shark Tooth Beach.
Yeah, go to Mongol Bongo Beach, and you look for the blue bench. You sit out at the blue bench, you'll double your wave count. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, surf tips, and then,
To be honest, I don't know what that means, but okay.
He starts up his car, the Creedence plays, and then eventually you just cut to them smashing in the back of her van.
Yeah, thanks, Creedence.
Yeah, that's all right. He is a bit of a fortunate son.
Yeah, fucking 40 years later, Creedence is still getting you in the pants.
That's right. John Fogerty just waving the checkered flag, just waiting for you to bring it across the line.
He is not standing in the outfield.
No, he's going to watch as you put it in, coach.
Sliding across home plate. I fucking love that. That was great.
Yeah, so then they smash, and in the afterglow, they're like quoting Point Break to each other, and it's obvious they've got a connection.
Yeah.
And she's talking about, she's just living out of a van and living kind of a transient life, so she's shoplifting from the convenience stores when she can, and eating a bunch of bread rolls every day. And he's like, we can go into my house right here, because they're in his driveway. Like, I've got food. We can go in there.
They're screwing in his driveway.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Brother,
okay. Yeah.
Hey, that's all right, man. We were all in our early 20s at one point.
Absolutely. Screwing in the van in the driveway.
Yeah. So now she doesn't want to. And at one point when they're back there on her mattress, he gets something in his back, and he's like,
he gets stuck with the fin key.
Fin key, which is something I guess you use to lock in the fins on a surfboard. And he sort of just tosses it out the window, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even think about that right now because we're too busy smashing. But the next morning, or hardly even the morning, he's up early. He's making her breakfast.
He is taken with her. She is an American goddess.
Of course. She's attractive. They got a lot of things in common. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
He knew her for like 7 hours, and they they got down to business.
Maybe less.
Yeah, maybe less.
Yeah, probably less. It's a 2-hour meet cute, smashing in the van.
Yeah. All right.
Again, thanks, Creedence.
But he comes out of the front door with a stack full of flapjacks, and
the
sorry, Charlie.
Gone. Yeah. The tuna's left.
It has. Nothing there. Fucking ghosted.
You did not get that one on the hook.
So yeah, then you see, I mean, this is a surfer trying to catch the waves like right at sunrise. So the van is pulled up to kind of an empty parking lot. She's getting her surfboard out and she realizes, oh shit, she doesn't have her fin key. So she sees another truck over there. It's got some surfboards and some stuff in the back. And she's like, hello. She starts looking through it like maybe she can find a fin key. And out of the darkness appears Tucker.
Scares her.
Yeah.
And she goes, Jesus. And he goes, not quite. Tucker.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for a fin key. Oh.
He's all strutting towards her, all happy and just like, bibbity bobbity boop, which is, I think, Australian.
Yeah, I think that's the forest that's just outside of Sydney.
Bibbity bobbity boop.
Yeah, the bibbity bobbity boop forest, I think. But I got one of those. Gives her a fin key. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, keep it.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's so nice in Australia.
Absolutely.
One of your brothers just had his dick in me not 5 hours ago.
He also likes Creedence.
Yeah. So while she's putting the fin on her board, there's a text from Moses is his name. That's the guy that likes Creedence. And
he has already parted the Red Sea.
Yes.
Let my people go. That's what he shouted before the orgasm.
Yeah. She's like, I'm at the blue bench. And he's like, oh, can I join you? And she types out like, oh, I'd
love that.
But then she erases it and she puts like, it's a free ocean. You know, she's not looking to be tied down with anything. She's a free spirit. She's an American free spirit.
She said the one thing and then went, I'm just going to say it's a free ocean. You can come if you want.
Yeah. And then, bow, plastic bag over the head. Tucker has come up behind her.
Surprise.
And every woman's fucking worst nightmare. She's now alone in a parking lot being accosted by somebody. He's a fucking bear of a dude. Just picks her up off her feet.
Strangled by a fucking footballer.
Yeah.
Australian rules, not the throw ball that we have here.
Yeah. And I was watching that with my wife, and she's like, Buck, what do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
I was like,
because she is kicking, the flip-flops are coming off, and she's just freaking out. And
I mean, I think the first thing you do is you poke some fucking holes where your mouth is.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. But after that, I don't know, because he's got her in like the fucking sleeper hold, and she will pass out. And then
there's no getting out of that.
He's got some sort of like canoe in a boat bag or something in the back of his pickup truck.
It's almost like maybe it's a big surfboard bag.
Yeah. It's essentially
he can
like
easily
a nylon.
Throw it in her.
Throw
her in it.
Whoa, easy.
Yeah.
Puts a little Creedence on the radio.
Throws it in her. A little Fortunate Son. Yeah. Let my people go. You know how the story is.
That's right. Gets stuck in old Lodi again. You know what I mean.
That's right.
So, it's essentially a vinyl coffin. I think he injects her with something right this too to make sure that she stays unconscious. Zips her up, and there the truck goes. And Moses will drive out there to find her and only finds her van, and she ends up waking up groggily, chained to a bed. Oh, what the hell? And like very sort of Saw-esque, rusty walls and everything, no windows, chained to a bed. And the girl from the beginning of the movie is also in the room, chained to a different bed.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Things do not look good.
Yeah.
They start screaming. The other girl's like, no, they can't hear you. No one can hear you in here. And Zephyr, the name of our heroine here, she looks at the wall and she can see like where another girl has scratched her name in the wall. There have been others who've been here before her. It's a pretty chilling little detail.
Yeah,
you are in some kind of serial killer's dungeon.
And Tucker has just been painting over the names. But they're still there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just like little spots of fresh paint here and there on the walls. It's gruesome. Yeah. It's a wonderful, tiny, gruesome little detail.
But Zephyr's smart. She is a fighter, and she is not going to go down without a fight. So she's like, okay, can I break this off here? Can I get how do I get the handcuff off the bar? And she sees the girl's got like, bikini
swimsuit top.
And she's like, is that an underwire? And she's like, yeah, it's been cutting me. Like, give it to me. She's like, oh my God, you're going to use the wire. Yeah, of course. And she starts using the wire to pick. And that's when fucking Taka comes
back in with like a Vegemite sandwich and a Dixie cup full of water.
Yeah.
Okay,
come on, love.
Yeah.
It's
thirsty here? Yeah, it's like 1,000 degrees in here.
Yeah. And you're thinking, fuck, it probably is. They're below deck in a metal room, boat in the middle of summer in Australia, just sweating, no ventilation. There's a piss bucket.
Yes.
You're just like,
terrible.
This is fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. This movie does pass the Bechdel test, or the Bechdel test. Test?
What's the Bechdel test?
That's the test in a movie where you have a scene with two women in it who have a conversation that's not about a man, or, where they can actually talk about something that doesn't involve a male character in the movie.
Yeah?
Not a lot of movies pass this fucking test, honestly. But this one does, because the girls kind of get to know each other for a little bit while they're
talking about the one girl's mom.
It sounds like it's your mom's plan for your life, not yours. Because the other girl, Heather, is played by Ella Newton. She's also great in this, in a much smaller role, as playing this sort of nervous Nellie. Not sure. She is a wonderful foil to Hasse Harrison's Zephyr, who is just kind of full of piss and vinegar from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is much more predator than, Heather is much more prey.
Heather
situation.
is easy prey.
Yeah.
She's not going down with much of a fight. She's just terrified, staring in the headlights.
Eyeing that Dixie cup full of water that Tucker has brought in, and he's like, well, if you don't want the water, I'll drink it. And he does a little bit of the Nicole Kidman fake out.
Yeah, the old Nicole Kidman fake out for the old lemonade.
Yeah, and she's like, no, I'll take it. And she gulps it down. That'll go. And, what about you? And goes over to Zephyr, and
she just smart mouthing him and taking the water.
Give me
does it like a shot of tequila.
Yeah, fucking Coyote Ugly style. Just like,
Yeah. I'll do a body shot. I don't fucking care. Whatever. Dixie cup full of water. Give me your belly
asshole.
button.
Yeah. She is. She's giving him shit right from the beginning.
As she should. Yeah.
And then he leaves, and she gets right back to trying to pick the lock. And Heather's like, did you learn how to do this in juvie? She's like, the only thing I learned in juvie is how to sleep with one eye open. And then Heather's like, hey, I don't feel so good.
Wait a minute. Hey, dog, you see the size of that chicken?
And she crashes out, and
they've been drugged.
Of course they've been drugged. And Zephyr drops the underwire and is on the floor scrambling, looking for it, getting groggier and groggier, and Tucker comes in, and he finds the wire and looks at her, and he's like, you're a fighter.
Yeah.
I love a fighter.
Yeah.
Make a better show. And then Moses has gone down. He's seen her van has been towed. So he goes to the police office. So all the while that the girls are having this ordeal in there, Moses is looking into this missing girl. But at the beginning right now, they're like, hey, mate, how long did you know her? 7 hours.
Yeah.
And you banged her? And he's like, I played Creedence. And they're like, that's right, mate. Yeah.
Fortunate, son.
Yeah.
Right, I get
Willie and the poor boys brought their nickel, eh? And he's like, you bet they did. Like,
is her name Susie Q?
Oh, yeah.
Did you run through the jungle with her?
You did. Stuck it right up old Proud Mary, did you?
I bet you took her down on the corner.
That's right. Make sure you use protection so no one's born on the bayou, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you, son, have you ever seen The Ring?
Yeah, I mean, now you're just giving me fucking sauce.
Well, I was thinking it like, never mind. You really got to work for The Rain, okay?
You do.
It doesn't just show up. If you've seen it, it's because you put some work in.
Not in the back of a van, mate.
No. My wrist is killing me.
I did think, like, boy, she doesn't really have access to a laundromat nor a lot of money, so those sheets probably stiff and cakey.
Probably, yeah. Especially if it's like within 7 hours, like, all right, let's go.
Well, when the girls come to, Zephyr is going to be chained to a chair, like one of those deep sea fishing chairs.
That's right. It's a quint chair.
Heather is on some sort of yard arm, like on a winch and a
little crane.
Yeah, she's got a harness on with a wire attached that goes up to a crane. And Tucker is there. It's time for the show. And he's chummed the waters. And yeah, it's pretty horrifying. You know?
It is.
Sort of slaps Heather in the face like, wake up, love, it's time. And this is when they start to thread in some of that nature documentary or the ecology stuff where he's like, people are saying that with all the competition for swimming with sharks, you chum the waters to give them a good show. And then the sharks have started to associate boats with food and something that leads to more accidents. And, well, I'm inclined to agree. Which I just think, well, that's fucking great. That's good writing, because that is 100% honest. Yeah, that's a good, like, sinister little thing for the villain to say as he lowers the girl into the shark-infested waters. And Zephyr is screaming, no, don't do it. She doesn't deserve this. And, of course, Heather is screaming, and then, bam, gets hit by a shark, screaming. And he's got an old video camera. Again, not unlike Dead Calm.
Exactly. He's got a bunch of tapes, too.
And he's set it up so that he can watch this girl essentially get eaten by sharks and even watch the light go out of her eyes as she dies.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Gruesome.
It is. This is similar to the Chrissy and Jaws with the violent back and forth being taken by a shark this way and then in the opposite direction. It's well done. Obviously, there's some digital stuff here. There's not real sharks. They had a marine fence because they did shoot this movie on open water, right? And in a bay type area as well. They had what's called a marine fence that they put up to keep out things like sharks.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And then they had safety divers that would travel the perimeter of the fence, both on jet skis and in the water, to make sure that nothing was able to get through the marine fence to hassle the actors who are actually being put into the ocean water. And there actually was one incident where one of the safety divers had a bull shark grab his fin and tear it off. And it like became an insurance incident. And they're like, whoa, yeah, somebody on our show actually did get attacked by a shark because it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No blood was drawn, but the fin was pulled off, and it kind of freaked him out a little bit. First, it was like, I think they were going to try and not tell people about it, and then somebody said it, and then they're like, okay, someone did get kind of attacked by a shark, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It was okay, and then they sort of joked about the fact that they have the insurance papers to prove that it did happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a Australian shark minute?
Indeed, sir, it is. Yeah.
Well, back on the boat, one of the other disturbing things that we will see here in a moment is that Tucker had taken a lock of Heather's hair before he had put her in the water.
Yeah.
And here you see as he's like
getting drunk and dancing and celebrating and listening. There's a lot of good music in this movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of it I've never heard of.
Yeah, I was surprised too. Like, as I was listening to this one, I kind of Shazammed it or whatever.
Yeah.
The Evie song, like Evie Let Your Hair Down or whatever this is. I was like, who the fuck is this? It sounds a little bit glam rocky, like from that, late 70s sort of
It reminded me of that band Airborne as well.
Okay.
Which is a good Australian rock band that just has that sort of glam sound. Have you ever listened to them?
No, I don't know Air Force at all.
Oh, yeah,
but
check them out.
I guess this scene that he's dancing around in his jockey shorts and like a sort of Asian robe, drinking a bottle of wine, it's sort of like a gruesome cross between Buffalo Bill's dance and Tom Cruise from Risky Business. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's like this horrible mashup. And he's getting drunk, and then he sits down and he takes the lock of hair and he ties a fly, like a fishing lure, with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it in the VHS cassette case and opens a cabinet. And this is where you see he's got like 30 of these tapes in his boat, each one of them with a lock of hair tied into a fishing lure. And I think this is when Zephyr discovers all the names that are painted over down in the bottom of the hold. Chilling detail. Really cool. Really
It's
cool.
really good. Yeah.
I guess that dance was the last thing they filmed for the entire movie.
Oh, really?
I think Jai Courtney wanted them to save it until the very end, so he could just dance kind of completely uninhibited, wasn't worrying about anything else with the movie, and could just fucking cut loose and go for it. So they waited. I think that was the wrap on the whole film.
Nice. By the way, it's Airborne. It's not Air Force.
Oh, Airborne. I still don't know them.
They're from Warrnambool.
Is that right around the corner from Purmoomaloo? That's where the Bungles are. Yeah. Next day, Tucker will bring Zephyr in some food, and she kicks it out of his hand.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck off.
Fucking fighting.
And
keep fighting.
He's talking about how what happens when you take a shark out of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like all the weaker creatures get to run around doing whatever they want, but the shark brings order to the whole thing. And she's like, fuck you. You're not a shark. Sharks are highly evolved. You're the lowest of the low. You're just a worm who fucking preys upon young girls. It's good.
It's good
and
little
weak people. It is good.
Speech.
I love it. I love those moments where our menace, our bad guy, gets told to eat shit like this, and she gives him a mouthful for sure. And also, to his credit, Jai Courtney infuses this psycho with backstory that we never really hear about, or never gets revealed. And in this moment, she says something to him about, like, you're just some pathetic loser whose mommy didn't love him enough. And it cuts to him, and you just see, like, this little, like, eye twitch.
Trigger.
Yeah. And later on, when he's mixing up another batch of the sedative, he's singing, like, Mommy Shark as he's doing it.
Yeah.
And you think, and he mentions briefly, like, he spent a lot of time alone when he was a kid. What I really dig is that there's some unspoken things and some mystery behind his menace. And yes, that I think for me really helps that character resonate. And so you see a little bit of it, and he leaves that room after she gets to him, and he's like, I notice you haven't used the facilities yet, pointing to the shit bucket that's there. It has a handle with a roll of toilet paper on it. He's like, you might want to do that. Things tend to get undignified in the end. He leaves the room, and she looks at the bucket, and she's like, holy shit. And she goes over there.
The light bulb pops up over her head.
Takes the handle off. Snaps the handle, and then this is a great shot. Just holds up. This handle is snapped off into a real sharp edge, like a shiv.
Prison shiv.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And the camera does like just a little switch in focus from her to the pointy edge of the plastic shiv, and you're like
a shark fin.
Fuck yes, girl.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
It's good.
So that the next time he comes in, and you see him he's making the sedative. This, I think, was when he's singing Mommy Shark. He's mixing it in a bowl, and he's like watching the videos of the girl get eaten again. So he's got a syringe full, and he's going to come and he's going to inject Zephyr so he can prepare her for her little dip that she's going to take.
She's pretending to be asleep.
Yeah. So he gets close, and then sticks him right like in the collarbone out with the thing. Oh, and he falls back and bonk, hits his head on the other bed frame. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's unconscious.
Yeah.
She gets up, reaches into his pocket, finds the keys.
It's a brilliant, tense moment because you're waiting for him to pop up.
Unlocks the handcuffs she's gotten free, and then she's fishing around for something else, but his hand snaps up, grabs her wrist. Ah!
Yeah.
She runs out of there. She tries to shut the door behind her so that he's trapped in there, but he gets there too fast.
Just in time, yeah.
Yeah. Running through the boat, and she's just scrambling up a ladder, and he sticks her with the syringe, plunges it in her. She turns around and whack, kicks him right in the face. Just
the look on his face when she does that too. The look of shock and stunner as his nose just got like popped.
Yeah. And he falls back again. Bam.
Yeah. It's so satisfying, this moment.
She's out there and he's given chase. She sees like a party boat in the distance. She's trying to scream.
And the drugs are starting to kick in.
Yeah. So she's starting to feel like she can't get to the controls of the boat, and she's starting to feel a little sort of sedated, and then he confronts her on the deck of the boat, and she's
pulling Billy Zane, the drugged Billy Zane, like, rude.
Oh, yeah.
You see the size of that chicken?
Yeah, hold on a second, man. You're crazy, man. I like you, but you're crazy.
You're crazy.
But she does grab the tripod and the camcorder, which are set up on the deck. And he's like, hold on. You put that down right now. You're never going to make it on the fucking hook. He gets, don't hurt my dog. Yeah. And she's like, and she takes it.
Precious, she will get the hose.
Yeah. She just takes it and fucking pitches it over the side of the boat. And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And then he looks back at her, and she just rolls over the edge and bloosh in the water, and she starts swimming towards the party boat. But
the drugs are taking her effect down.
Yeah.
She begins to just sink, and you see a boat hook come down and fish her out and captured again.
Okay. I mean, shit. But all right.
But she got rid of his camcorder. So now he's been taking a little bit of a holiday. He's got to come back, and he's got to find a camcorder. So you get this whole scene where he comes back into town, and he goes to like a Australian Goodwill. I think they call that like a Fuzzwallops or something like that. Goes in there to find a camcorder.
Have you been to the Fuzzwallops, mate?
Yeah, I got a lot of good secondhand stuff.
I got a new camo. Betamax.
Yeah, Master Betamax. Had a tape in it already from some cruise ship going awry.
David Attenborough
was narrating it. But he finds one of these camcorders. Now, in the meantime, Moses has been,
he's tracking shit down. He's talking to everyone in town. He's somehow got access to all the cameras. And
there's like a surf watch app that he manages to see her van, and then the next vehicle that goes by is
truck.
Tucker's truck with the big logo
on it.
He's tracking it down, and he's also alerted the authorities a little bit, like, because he found her surfboard, so now there are some search parties out looking for this girl.
Yeah, because she obviously is in the ocean somewhere.
It's a little mushy. Like, I'm not exactly sure how long we've been doing this, if it's 1 day, 2 days at this point. I think it might be 48 hours. Regardless,
and to be clear, he went out surfing pretty quickly.
Yes. Well, he was he could have been still looking for her, right?
I'm going to go catch some waves, and I'll see if I see her. That's when he finds the broken surfboard.
That's when he finds the board, yeah.
Yeah, that, of course, Tucker stashed out there. But this is when he sees Tucker's thing, and he calls him and leaves the most absurd message.
Yeah, it's very vague.
Yeah. I don't know what I want, but yeah, call me back. I'm thinking, would I call this person back? No. Why don't you say, mate, your Windows got a virus. You got to give us a call, eh? Right?
Yeah. But while Tucker is getting that video camera, Moses finds his boat and is sort of like looking around there. And it strains credulity a little bit, but whatever. He ends up hearing Zephyr down in the hold. Like he puts his ear down to the bottom of the deck. I mean, no one's on the boat. And then he hears her muffled cries. So he smashes a window and he goes down there and he finds her in there. Oh my God, I can't believe you found me. You got to get me like a wire or a skewer or something so I can pick this lock and we can get out of here.
I'll walk you through it. Yeah. This is a roller coaster of a fucking escape sequence here.
Okay. So he runs back up the ladder stairs and he's looking, and then bam, just absolutely tackled.
Yeah.
Aussie rules style, bam,
yeah,
into the wall by Tucker. Bam, and there's a struggle, and like, listen, Tucker's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking solid.
Fucking scrawny Moses, you were not doing nothing against this dude.
No.
Yeah.
He's tossing him around, giving him a couple fucking shots to the ribs.
Yeah.
He sticks him in the back with like a
fucking hook.
Some kind of boat hook, yeah.
Like a fishing hook, like a big fucking huge one. And I'm thinking, oh, that's like a death blow. This Moses dude, he's like a cat. He's got 9 fucking lives.
He sure does.
He's not going down easy.
All of his organs are in very particular and safe places because they all get missed as he gets punctured many, many times.
He does. Movie. He gets punctured so many times. But
Moses is scrambling to the back, and Tucker's like, oh, where the hell did you come from? And he's coming in to just sort of like finish him off, and then Moses is grabbed like, I don't know, it's like the 28 Days Later pillowcase full of soda cans or whatever it is, but
bing,
wham, rings Tucker's bell. Tucker goes down. Moses gets on top of him.
Starts choking him with the fucking handle of the hook.
Yeah, it's good.
It's working. It's working.
But then the old Dave-a-roo, who's Tucker's neighbor in this slip, comes in with his dog, like, and he smacks Moses in the back with a cricket bat, just like whack, knocks him out. And he's like, Tuck, what's going on?
Gave him a wicked googly.
He did. Smashed his wicket, but good. And then Dave-a-roo hears screaming from the hold. Hey, what's that, Tuck? You got a Sheila down there. Something? What's going on?
Huh?
He turns around and he gets the boat hook right in the top of his head.
Right in the fucking and he just says, fuck, Tuck.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's great that in a movie that is this gruesome and has had this many tense, chilling things that they get away with a kill that is goofy and funny. You know what I mean?
And this guy is just goofy and funny. I mean, you meet him in the opening scene, and then you see him later, when Tuck comes back to get the new camera, and the guy's like, hey, I saw some guy, a rich guy, and, maybe there's a
find us fee for the old Dave-a-roo.
For the old Dave-a-roo. Yeah, and I'm thinking, man, this dude is so fucking sleazy. And he's like, who's that fucking Margaritaville guy?
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh yeah, this guy's Australian Jimmy Buffett out of the gate.
Oh yeah, he's like Australian meth-addled Jimmy Buffett.
He's a little rough around the edges.
He is. It does look like he has like puke stains on his shirt.
Yeah,
He's
the old Dave-a-roo.
But he's a character that's so gross that even the serial killer in the movie's like, ew, I do not want to hang out with that guy.
Totally.
That guy's got problems.
Totally. Bings him with the boat hook and the dude falls forward, kind of propped up.
Yeah, it's weird. I wasn't sure if there was supposed to be like more of an effect there and it just didn't work out or something, but it is a real kind of awkward fall.
I think it was on purpose because it just looks awkward and weird,
So now, shit has gone south and Tucker he's taken a couple shots himself and he decides, I'm going to do a matinee. So he drugs him up. Moses will wake up now. Moses is rigged to the yardarm like Heather was before.
Yep.
Oh, what's going on? And Zephyr's once again
freaking out
in the chair.
Let him go. Put me in. Let him go.
Yeah. He doesn't deserve this. Listen. He's not a tourist. He's a local. He has money.
People are going to look for him.
Yeah. Because that has been Tucker's MO. Is he's just been preying on the tourists and the transient people and the people that no one's going to miss.
Did you ever see Wolf Creek or Wolf Creek 2?
No, I have not seen Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek, it's good. It's really brutal and really kind of fucked up. And Wolf Creek 2, I think, is actually a better movie. And it's a little bit more fun. My buddy Aaron Stearns wrote those movies, actually.
Oh, nice.
But Tucker reminds me a lot of Mick. I think it's Mick Taylor is the killer in Wolf Creek and Wolf Creek 2. Kind of a wisecracking Aussie outback dude that's just like making a joke and then like killing somebody. And in the second movie is kind of where he really shines. And they even made a TV show, too, out of it. I never saw the show, but the first 2 movies are pretty good. But I rewatched them after I saw this movie because I was like, yeah, these remind me a lot of Wolf Creek. At least Tucker does in this Taylor character, which I thought was kind of cool.
No, I haven't seen that one. Is that one get a little torturous?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, totally. I think that's why I avoided
it's not a movie that you're going to be like, oh, this is a lot of fun. Like the first one, you're just like, oh man, I just waded through a nightmare. The second one is a little bit more fun and over the top. But yeah, the first one is just kind of like, ooh, boy, that was tough.
Yeah, I think that's why I stayed away from those particular movies, because I had heard that. And it was very popular around that time to make some of those movies that,
torture
honestly,
porn,
I just kind of found them a bit of a downer, the House of 1,000 Corpses and...
House of 1,000, yeah!
Oh, so yeah, Moses is now being lowered into the water.
Yeah,
the sharks
she's
are
like,
there.
Don't move.
Be still, be still, be still.
I'm like, shit, that's a good idea.
The sharks are circling around and
bumping him.
I mean, one thing that this movie demonstrates, and I know that Sean Byrne, the director, was very keen to show, is that sharks have, despite how much we all love Jaws, sharks have really gotten a bad rap.
Yeah, they're not the bad guys.
All these shark movies are really just cashing in on the primal fear of these animals, but they're not natural man-eaters necessarily.
No.
Most of the time shark attacks are by mistake.
They think you're a seal
or something
you're
like that.
You're colored that
right?
way because of your black wetsuit or the way you're thrashing around. You look like a wounded something or other.
Yeah. Yeah, you're triggering their instincts.
So she's like, don't move.
Yeah.
Don't move.
And so I think it's great. He wanted to demonstrate that, they're not the bad guys. And in fact, it's not like instant death. You get lowered into this thing and instantly you just get gobbled up.
It's not like you're lowered into the piranha bowl by the extraordinarily slow dipping mechanism.
I don't know that the piranha bowl would do it to you.
I don't know. I've seen movies about piranhas and they do that. I worked on a movie about piranhas and they do that. They devour you in seconds. Yeah.
Just a skeleton.
Exactly. You're just a bloody skeleton on a hook.
Well, he's still, and the sharks kind of swim away. Oh, God damn it. And Tucker brings him back on the boat.
Stab, stab, stab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This should do it. Oh, fuck. Just pokes him full of more holes, lowers him back into the water, and here come the sharks again. Fuck you! Zephyr is screaming at him. Well, the sharks are circling, but so are the helicopters. And it's the daytime. He said it was doing a matinee.
That's
because
right.
the helicopters
looking for her still.
Are looking for her.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a brief intermission. And he pulls them back up. This will have to wait for another time. So they're back in the hold now, and Moses is all fucked up. He's been hit in the back with a boat hook and knocked out with a cricket bat and stabbed like 4 times under the ribs. And you'd think maybe
he's down to about 2 lives.
Poor Moses.
Yeah. Moses the cat.
Yes. But Zephyr is there, and she's thinking, I got to get out of here. And this is when she starts acting a little bit more like a desperate animal. And does, oh God, first she breaks her thumb to try and get out of the handcuff.
Oh my God.
I mean, why is it that bothers me so much more than like people getting stabbed or shot or eaten by
hand
sharks?
Stuff and foot stuff is
Crunchy,
just really bad.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No me gusta.
Yeah, it's a weird little appliance. It's obviously an aftermath appliance. You do a lot of sound effects and a lot of pretending to break it. And then you've got a makeup appliance of it all fucking fucked up.
It's like I can feel that shit. When I watch that stuff, that's the stuff I feel in my bones. Like,
Exactly.
And the kind of the best part is that she breaks it and then tries to slip out of the cuffs.
It is not working.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. I'm like,
oh, no.
That is so great that it happened like that because that's probably how it would happen. Now, at the shop, we've done this gag like 3 different times on 3 different movies. And I did a getting out of the handcuffs gag also on the Hitcher remake. And it was like I'm going to break my thumb and I'm going to pull the cuffs off. But on the hitcher, we had the blood rig rigged to the actual handcuff and a fake piece of skin on the top of his hand. So when the cuffs would drag over, it would rip this piece of skin off.
Yeah.
And the cuffs were leaving blood behind as it was going. It worked out pretty well.
That's a good one.
And I remember the producer looking at the monitor, and he looks over at me and Jake Garber, who was the guy that applied it. And he looks over at us because we had to kind of come up with this in the trailer. It was like, hey, we're going to do this gag, figure out how to do it. So we figured it out in the trailer. And the producer looks over at me and Jake, and he goes, man, you guys are just fucking sick. As it was happening. And Jake goes, it was your idea. we just figured out how to do it. And don't look at us like we're the sick ones. And the guy kind of goes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's great. I loved that it didn't work. Yeah. And then this is a part in the movie that...
It's a little much. It's a little over the top.
It's much. Now, I'm going to give it a pass because of all the times that they have stitched in this idea of the natural world and animals and animal behavior and, who's the bigger monster and all of this kind of stuff.
This is the coyote willing to chew off its leg to get out of the trap.
That she bites her thumb off.
Yeah.
To get out of the handcuffs.
Takes a minute.
Is extreme.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of moments when people do this in a movie, I feel like there should be more throwing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you do that, and like halfway through, you should just have to stop and puke.
Yeah.
Before you can go do the rest of it.
And a little piece of thumb flesh comes out with the puke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, what is that going to be too much? Is that going to be too far? I don't think so.
She really goes to it.
Oh yeah.
Like a corn on the cob.
Oh my God.
I gotta get this thumb off. Like, oh, okay.
When you eat corn on the cob, do you go typewriter style or do you go around the world? Like, do you go left to right or do you twist it in your hand and go?
I'm a typewriter style.
Yeah, but like any sane person.
Yeah.
You know somebody who goes around the world?
No, I guess
I got a friend who goes around the world. He was
Really?
the one that he introduced me to this concept. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, around the world like this. We were having corn on the cob and he showed me. And you're like, about threw up. I was like, get the fuck out of my house. That's the last time I cooked dinner for you. Fuck you. Not in my house, sir. Not in my country.
Send us hate mail wherever you go around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. No, if you do, the whole damn thing 13@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Tell us all about your corn habits. Fucking cornography.
I'm sending you to Cornhub.
So
that's a real site, by the way.
Probably is.
No, it is.
Google it.
I've been there.
Great.
I've looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like corn.
Hardcore corn.
Oh, hardcore corn. There's boiled.
Sweet.
There's sweet corn.
There's baby corn.
There's cream corn. No, they don't put baby corn on there. That's gross. Come on, man. You got to draw a line somewhere.
Maize, if you're into that exotic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this maize. You want buttered or you want salted?
Oh, buttered. Always buttered.
It is. But sometimes I don't butter it. Sometimes you'll just give it a little bit of salt. Sweet corn with a touch of salt. Oh, man.
This video is called Huskin'.
You gotta get those fronds off, those little silk fronds. You just kind of drag them away.
That's right. Unless you're into the German corn, and just leave it nice and hairy.
This one's hirsute.
Oh my God!
Corn.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay. Somehow we transitioned from biting off your own thumb
into Cornhub.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, Tucker comes in. He sees just this bloody mass of blankets on her bed.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happened? And he lifts them up, and there's
a thumb.
Yeah, the thumb fairy left it there.
Yeah.
Just like a bloody thumb.
And 50 cents.
Oh, And then she has been hiding behind where the door opened. Aha! She's wrapped her hand up, steps through the door, slams it, locks it in there.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's in there. He runs upstairs. Oh my God. She's got
again
her
another
hand
roller
covered.
coaster escape.
Yes. I love the second escape attempt here.
Yeah, these are great.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Tucker is in that room, and one of the portholes, he knows he's got like a multi-tool or something, and he starts opening it up. He's not going to be trapped in there for very long. And she's racing around there trying to find where she can go, and she tries to start the boat and get it towards this island, these lights on the island that she sees.
Yeah, where
But
people are partying. And
he's gotten out, and he gets to the engine room, and he shuts off the boat from the engine room. Like, fuck, he knows the boat better than her. So
Yeah.
she's looking for anything. She gets into the kitchen. She sees like a skylight above her, so she's going to go
she's going to break out that
through
way
the
and go
skylight.
up. Yeah, and fucking...
And he is right behind her. So as she's coming up through the skylight, he pulls her down on, it's a fucking rough looking fall.
Oh, yeah.
Face first
right onto
the
the
counter.
stove and or the
Bam.
counter or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Shit's going everywhere. She ends up grabbing a knife and a frying pan, and he's got her knife, and she stabs him through the hand and then smacks him in the face with a frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was like, don't stop smacking him with the frying pan. Like,
continue.
If you got him down once, just like keep going. That's you just keep hammering away.
Yeah.
But no, she's gonna run out. She's eventually gonna get off the boat and begin swimming towards these lights on the island. Well, as she's going, he gets into a little dinghy, like a little rubber raft, and starts going towards her. So she's screaming for help. She's coming up on this beach. She's screaming for help. You can hear like music. It sounds like there's a wedding taking place, like just over the hill or on the other side of these hedges.
She's gonna get there. And he's getting closer and closer and closer.
Oh.
She's gonna get there. And she gets on the beach, and he beaches the fucking boat and just jumps off and tackles her before she's able to cry out for help.
And essentially gives her a sleeper hold and knocks her unconscious
and you're
again. Like,
fuck, I thought she was gonna get away.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Great, tense moment.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep it going. The struggle is great.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately, she will come back onto the boat.
Yep. For our thrilling climactic end. And it is now nighttime. And you've got the severely wounded Moses, and he's been tied into the fisherman's chair now, and he's just barely holding in. She's put into the rig, and she's being dipped into the water. He's had enough of her. He keeps calling her Marlin. He talks about getting the fish on the hook, and once you've got it hooked, that fish is still going to go in the boat. It's just how hard is it going to fight. That was a really good speech. I like that.
It is a good speech.
Yeah, I liked how this movie was written.
Why the marlin is the sport fisherman's fish of choice. It's not the size, it's not the beauty, it's the fight.
It's the fight. And she is his marlin, and he's just excited to like have someone who's a fantastic partner to his serial killing ways.
An adversary, finally. Yes. Somebody is on the line and zipping away, and he keeps reeling it in. But he starts lowering her down now, and the shark that comes is a great white. Yeah. And he's like, I knew it was going to be one for the ages.
Yeah.
And he dips her down into the water, and she's trying to be still and
trailing blood from her chewed off thumb.
Oh, yeah.
She's trying to cover it.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah.
And I don't understand this part of the movie where, like, for some reason he gets the spear boat hook out and he's like, get in there. He aggravates the great white.
He's afraid that because she is playing dead and not moving, he's afraid that the shark is not going to attack her because she's not thrashing around or doing anything.
Yeah,
so he tries to piss it off.
She can. And in doing so, drops the spear hook into the water, which she gets. And then, I mean, kudos to the form. I love how she's in the water, sort of dangling there, and she puts her arm out and has the spear on top of her arm. guiding it.
This is fighting position number 3 in Taekwondo.
Warrior princess. Fucking make it work.
Yeah.
But she also uses that hook to essentially hook onto the carabiner that the wired rig is
start trying to climb her way up.
Scale it. Yeah.
Not using a thumb.
Yeah, not easy.
Yeah.
Thumbs. You need them.
You need them. Brought to you by thumbs. They're necessary.
Yeah. So she scales up there, and the white is circling around, and somehow it breaks off, snaps her, and she falls free into the water. Right? So she's in the water. She begins to swim down lower. Tucker can't see her, and while she's underneath the water, the great white shark approaches her, and she just kind of remains calm.
Yeah.
And
they have a moment.
They do. They have a moment, and the great white shark itself is all scarred up, much like she is, right? I think there's this sort of like simpatico kind of thing going on. Again, I appreciate that the movie is just not making this shark like, an angry monster that's just trying to take a chunk out of her.
It's not just some shitty digital thing. A lot of thought went into this whole movie. That's why I appreciate it so much.
It's maybe a little thick for me that they have this like kismet sort of like, oh, you're just like me.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to an understanding with this beast that the killer above will never have. Because that's essentially what's happening.
Exactly. She's getting the spiritual connection that he mentioned he had earlier.
Yes. And now the white passes her by, and she manages to sneak onto the back of the boat. Moses sees her. She sticks a finger to her mouth. Shh.
Like he's going to say anything.
Yeah.
She's shushing him. Like, don't let him know I'm sneaking up on him. Moses should have like winked at this point, right? Like, oh yeah, good idea.
Well, she picks up the spear gun, and as Tucker turns around, she gives her little quip.
Yeah.
Ooby dooby, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sticks him. He goes into the water. Now, Ooby Dooby, also a CCR song that Moses and her had talked about. She thought it was corny. And
sucks. And
he was like, hey, it's all about being in love and finding that connection.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as quips go, I think maybe I might have preferred if she had tied it into the whole like predator-prey naturalism aspect that this movie had been threading throughout the whole thing.
Conserve this.
Yeah, right. But then again, maybe that's not the point of this. It's more about her making that connection with Moses.
Should she have given it the Michael Madsen?
I mean,
fuck you, motherfucker.
I think it might be above fuck you, motherfucker, but it's certainly no fuck you, Lucky Charms. As far as quips go, I'm going to give this one maybe a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, the quip is no good.
Yeah. But the shot is, Tucker goes in the water, and guess what? Great White likes Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Chomps him.
It's a good moment. It's a little digital, this whole shark breaching.
I'm going to dock this movie a full half a point
for
this
digital
effect.
Yeah.
This effect, I think, is terrible.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that is actual footage of a shark breaching.
That they comped him into.
And they comped him into.
Yeah.
But something about the way that the whole thing is put together, it really looks unfortunately phony to me in this.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's satisfying that he is being killed this way, but it doesn't work visually.
Yeah, he gets chewed up, and it gets air jaws on him.
Yeah.
The great white shark breaching, I have to say, is one of the most terrifying things in nature.
Sure.
And I know it happens off the coast of South Africa, right?
Which is where I almost saw a shark.
Yeah. Now, I also understand that, like, because I saw that documentary on Shark Week back when it first came out in like 2000 or whatever, and they were like, yeah, we figured out that if we trail this seal decoy behind the boat at this certain area, we can get the shark to jump out of the water.
Yeah.
And I thought, you are teaching the sharks to do this? That is the worst idea
This is a terrible
I've ever heard. Yeah. To cut down on ivory poaching, we've actually taught the elephants to shoot rifles with their trunks. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not going to end well. Yeah. We've given the blue whales the launch codes so that they can protect them. Like, stop teaching animals to do this terrifying shit.
Stop weaponizing animals.
Listen, the footage of the great whites breaching really is truly frightening stuff. So, yes, Airjaws comes out, takes care of Tucker. Moses, wake up. I said before I had nothing, but I have you.
I do have something. It's you. You're my reason to be on the land.
That's right. And he's like, I knew I put a spell on you. He doesn't say that, but that's another Creedence song. He's like, will you let me put it up around the bend? But she can't respond because the harpoon that she stuck Tucker with has now run out because the great white's taken his corpse out and it's wrapped around her foot and she goes into the water. It returns to the king here. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't need this moment.
No, you don't.
We've had enough
really
tension.
Goes nowhere. It just pulls her out in the water and you're like, oh no, does she have to fight the shark now? And then, no, she bobs around a little bit next to his corpse and then she kind of makes it back and she's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought for a second, oh my God, is she about to get eaten by the shark now? Is this going to be some sort of message that you turned into the monster, so now you get the consequences, right? If it had ended that way, that would have been such a bummer on this movie because I had enjoyed this ride. I'd enjoyed the roller coaster, the great tension, but no, she comes back. I think this is when she wakes up Moses with the power of love, as it were, and she shoots off a flare and signals the party boat. And she's waving it around, and it's like, it's got the signal. It's coming back to rescue them, and all is good. A little CCR ooby-dooby on the way out, and end of film. But a well-done, taut little thriller. Yeah. Really defied my expectations for a shark movie because...
Absolutely.
Because 98% of them are fucking horrible.
Yep.
But this
movie surprised the shit out of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I discovered it, and I'm glad I got a chance to tell people they need to see it.
Yeah. I definitely will be recommending this one. I mean, I didn't like it as much as you did, but it's certainly a lot of fun, and it has been under the radar a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Both these movies under the radar.
I think Dead Calm has gotten a little bit of almost like a cult following because it's such a quality film. And such a taut little thriller. And, this one actually debuted at the Cannes Film Festival this year, which I think is pretty extraordinary for this one. But well done, well made.
Absolutely. So. Big fan of it.
All right, my brother. I believe
the French.
It is time for Tyler.
Take us out.
The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
And that ends another episode of The Head, The Tail, The Whole Damn Thing with Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. I'm your announcer, Tyler Patton, in Tarifa, Spain, headed back across the Strait of Gibraltar to Tangier, Morocco. It's just Tangier, there's no S. Anyway, I can't wait to get back to the States. Join us next time for Suspiria and Weapons. Really, I just can't wait to get back to the United States. You guys don't know what it's like over here. I mean, it's great. It's great.
Tyler's transmission was cut a little short. Do you think that's something we should look into?
I don't know. Is he still in Morocco?
Yeah, he sent some weird messages on Discord.
Do we need to call Interpol?
I don't know. Maybe we sit on it for a minute. Maybe the connection was just bad.
It's that Casablanca Wi-Fi.